To start out video 2, we're going to just start off and we are going to make a parallelogram. And I'm going to do my best again because it's easier if I actually draw on the line, but unfortunately sometimes I miss. So I apologize if this is messy here, because most of my drawings are messy for some reason. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a diagonal from here to here, and that's going to make what we have. We have our two triangles. The other thing I'm going to draw right now is I'm going to draw what's called a perpendicular. I'm going to draw it from this vertex here, and I'm just going to draw to this corner, and I'm going to make a right angle. Now, in doing that, boys and girls, I've done the essential and most important part of kind of this drawing thing, and because without this right here, I do not have a height, because this measure is not a height, and this measure is my base, so I need to know the height. If I want to fill this in now, this is going to be, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's call this 6, and my height, ladies and gentlemen, is 1, 2, we'll call that 3. So my height is 3 centimeters, and my base is 6 centimeters. So my question for you now is, for some reason here, my typing isn't working right now. Let me pop this up here. What is the area of the parallelogram? And then what is the area, not the R, area of the triangle? Well, when we look at this, first things first, we have to remember, what is the formula for area of a parallelogram? Well, if we remember, a parallelogram is essentially the same as a rectangle, only a parallelogram has this side right here. But if you recall, the other day, we took this spot here and we slid it over here, we colored it in, and now we have this, we have a rectangle. So the formula for an area of a parallelogram is similar to the formula for area of a rectangle, and it is base area equals base times height. And in this case, we know base, which is 6 centimeters, and we know height, which is 3 centimeters. So our area is going to equal 18. I'm going to switch to black because this is hard to see. Our area is going to equal 18 square centimeters. Now, to answer the second question, what is the area of the triangle? Well, the formula for area of a triangle is area equals 1/2 base times height. Or you could also say 1/2 base times height divided by 2. So when I solve it, I'm going to use that. 1/2 base times height divided by 2. So I'm going to take my base times height, which is 6 times 3, and I'm going to divide it by 2. 1/2 base times height, which is going to give me, well, we know that's 18. 6 times 3 is 18. Divide that by 2, we're going to get 9 square centimeters. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's look at another example here. And let's just draw. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's funny that you can probably hear me counting as I kind of go through this to put this together. But I want to make sure that I'm drawing these correctly. And then I'm going to just draw a green diagonal, which is going to make 2 triangles. Now, if you notice, I right now have this could be my base or this could be my base. Now, just because this lines up with our measurements, I'm going to make this my base. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6 centimeters. All right. And now I need to create what's called my height. I need to create a vertical. And what I do is I want to take it from one of my vertexes and just go down and make a right angle. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeters. And I'm going to ask the same questions that I asked before. What is the area of the parallelogram? And then what is the area of a triangle? So why don't you pause the video, why don't you work out those two problems and see if you come up with the same answer that I do. Now, hopefully you've worked the problem and now you're ready to see a solution. Hopefully I come up with the right solution. I generally do though, don't I? So let's first off, the first question is, what is the area of the parallelogram? So what we're going to do is we're going to write the formula for area of parallelogram. Area equals base times height. And now we're going to fill in, what do we know our base? Our base is 6 centimeters and our height is 4 centimeters. So now if we solve that, 6 times 4 is 24 centimeters squared, or square centimeters. Second question is, what is the formula for, what is the area of the triangle? So we can either look at this triangle or this triangle. And I will tell you, boys and girls, that both of these triangles, the area is going to be the same, because what we're going to do is we're going to take area equals base times height, and we're going to divide it by 2, or 1/2 base times height. And when we start filling in our numbers, we've got 6 times 4 divided by 2, which is going to give us 24 divided by 2, which is going to give us 12 square centimeters. And that's the end of video number 2.